Yo, yo, yo. Okay, mic is on. What's up, YouTube? Back again. And I guess this tutorial is going to be about house music because I make a lot of house music. And I've been getting like a lot of requests about how to make house music and how do I make house music. Is first I just want to show you like the tracks I have. I might as well open up my Apple Studio. Give me a second. Studio. So yeah, last time I made like a video tutorial about like how to master music with Maximus, and so like whenever I make house music, I master my music with Maximus because it's I don't know, it just feels more comfortable for me to use Maximus because it's like a go-to for me. So I guess I'll start with like the first track. So like for me, when I was like house music, I grew up listening to house music. Like I grew up playing like PlayStation 2 and like video games like Herbs and Sims. And whenever I watch TV, like I used to watch anime, I used to always hear like some techno shit or some house music. And like it just like inspired my sound. So when I make house music, it kind of sounds like it's classic with a little bit of electronic. So like with house music, you like how I start my house music off. I usually start off with a melody and like I guess I'll turn the master channel. I usually start off with a melody. Now this melody, like I'm using all stock, so you can use like besides drums, of course drums aren't stock, but like melodies and the instruments are stock. And this sound right here just came from like one of my sound kits. I'll probably put the link in below if you wanna, I don't know, look at it. But so like this is not really like a good example, but I break it down. I'll break it down next like the next track. You basically want to like build a house groove. And like if you go watch my mastering video, at the end of the mastering video, I show how to mix this track specifically. So I really don't even need to like go over this track. I can just go over the mixing part. But like you find house drums. I really want to go over this part, the melody, because I didn't have the melody in the mastering video. So this little morphine plugin, whatever it's called, the lead is called whatever that's called. It's in lead, and like all I did for that was a little cut, and then multi-band compressor, preset, compression, and that was about it. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the master chain back on because I'm gonna show like the mixing part. Now for like the main stab, I use like that, EQ'd it like that, and sidechain. I'm not gonna go over sidechain because I think every producer should know how to sidechain. If you don't, just look it up on YouTube. How to sidechain on FL Studio 12 or 13 or 20, whatever version you use. It's a fundamental. Like everyone should know it. I didn't do anything to the kick drum. The clap, I just did this to the clap. A little bit of stereo imaging, dance hat, cut. Now the bass. I said this in one of my other videos. There's some guy on YouTube. This preset is free. It's like a patcher preset. What it does is makes everything wider. It's called stereo expander. You look it up on YouTube, like stereo expander patch. And if I turn it off, you hear the difference. Reverb is not on right now, and there's once again sidechain. The vocals. The hats. Wait, no, that's not hats. That's vocal loop. Like simple. That's nothing but a balance. I just made everything more like centered. I'm not like an expert when it comes to making house music, but I know when I make house music, I usually have the kick drum as loud. Like it's like kind of like mixing hip hop. I leave my kick drum the loudest, then I have my clap, then I have, and then everything else is mixed around it, as you can tell. That doesn't really matter. What matters is the mastering part, because that's what's making the music sound like the way it sounds. So with Maximus, you want to go in and hit default. What I did was right click right here and right click right here and brought this down, and it compressed the low ends. I didn't really bother this. Yes, I did. I brought this up, and for the high, for the mids, I compressed it again. And for the highs, I did the same thing. The reason I'm not like just clicking and showing you how to do it because I already have a video showing you how to use Maximus, and like so I figure I just can run through it. And then like for stereo imaging, I use this. I put it like around 50, 60%, 50, 60%. If you want your music to sound white and you don't know how to do it, it's really like not an answer for it. You just make your music white. Like just grab the knot and just make it wide. Like it's not like really a secret to it. And like after that on the master channel, I brought this up like to maximize it, and then I brought like the volume up. And, like that's actually it for that track. That's actually it for that track. Like it's really like nothing special about it. It's like something really simple I made like in literally 15 minutes. Now this track right here is another story. When I say I would break down like the house groove and the chorus and stuff. So like yeah, so I have two videos I'm gonna drop. I don't know if it's gonna be this one or if it's gonna be another video about like mixing and mastering. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this. When I make music nowadays, I already have a preset on the master channel, so I can just make the music as fast as I can without having to send the music into this channel, level it out, and then come and master it. I have a pre-master already on my master channel, so I can just make the beat or the track automatically and get a good understanding of how it would sound after I level it out. So first, I'm gonna like break down the production of this track. I did use like a different VST, which is not stock, but this is called Wave Station, and like like there's different styles of house music. There's electro, like there's like electro house, there's deep house, and like there's so many like sub genres of house music. But like my like sound in general is like a mixture of I would say deep house and like I guess they call it like vaporwave and like electronic, like and techno. So keep in mind with those four styles, the chorus you want to try to go for is like it's like jazzy chords still. So like jazzy progressions, but like I'm not really the best at explaining like how to make chords. I just like it's something I do. Like everything I do in music, I taught myself how to do, and so I'm not really good at teaching people theory, like how to do certain things and how to like change from this progression to that progression and all of that. It's something I do by ear. Like I play guitar by ear, I play piano by ear, I play violin by ear, I make music by ear. This is like something I do. So I don't really know how to explain it. I can show you how to do it. Next is like a clap, kick, snare, some little like square, a tom, It's like it's the go-to sound. Bass. This bass is in like my sound kit. If you are interested, again, I'll put the link in the bio. And this right here is the stock singing voice. How did I get the vocal to sound like that? Well, I'm gonna show you. It's vocal. I use this thing called Come On.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
That's basically the groove I did to it, and I timed it up with the tempo, and then I put the thing on stretch. So I think I did like whatever bar it was in or whatever beat. You can do that with your own self. You can figure it out for yourself, and then you put it on stretch. Why? So it can like play in different notes. Because if you do any other mode, it's gonna play different notes, but it's gonna slow the thing down. And so after that, I just like made a melody with it. And then I dropped it an octave. And like that's really it. Like after that, the track was done. So like I'm gonna really quickly go over like the mixing stage because the mastering stage is gonna throw people off a little bit, and it's all master with Maximus, but like for this, it sounded like doesn't sound too much different. That's kind of the point. But first, I did a little bit of EQ, a little bit of like not really necessary, but I did it anyways. And then I cut out this annoying frequency. Multi-band pressure. I tell everybody this on every one of my videos. There's a go-to plugin. Like this is the go-to plugin and the go-to preset I use for almost every sound because it levels it out, makes everything sound smooth. Preset is called compression. And then like reverb made it sound a little bit like wider. This is sidechain. I don't think I need to go over this. I said it like 3 times already. And next would be like these vocals. It sounds horrible, right? Like let's hook it up. I use like there's this right here is actually FL Studio preset. It's called something vocal. So and then I use a little bit of reverb to turn this up, and then decay, then that, and then I turn this down. Limiter. What the limiter is for? This is for sidechain. Every time the kick drum hits, this ducks. I don't think I need to go over that again because there's a million videos about how to sidechain on FL Studio, so please go watch them. And the compressor go-to setting was this, of course. And then I added one more EQ just for like high-end clarity. So let's get into the bass. I'm gonna just like rush right through this. It's simple. Cut it. Then I use the same preset. So preset which is clap. This is like the go-to like like mixing preset for like EDM claps or club music claps. Cut like this little mid section, like around 600 to 700. Then you bring the rest up, like the high end. This is without, and this is with it. The kick drum, I don't know. Let's see. Like a basic EQ. Snare. Once again, I use this little stereo expander. Reverb. It's nothing like serious, like all simple, keeping it simple. Stereo enhancer. What this did was make it like sound a little bit more to like the right. Put it all together. Now I'm gonna go over this, the master inside. First of all, I use a little preset called uh, Clear Master RMS. And I don't really know what RMS means, but I know it means R and something mastering, so let's keep it like that. I did a little bit of compression. I click here, then I click here, brought this down so it can like match. And then I brought this up all the way to here. So because I like my bass to hit hard in my tracks. Then I brought the high end side up. And then the mid section is the same thing. So look, it's all the same, right? It's a balance. And then for the high end, I brought it up like around here because I'm hearing a lot of house music. The high end is really high. Actually, there's more high end and low end in house music, but I like my house music to have like bass. So I turn the bass up versus the high end. And the stereo imaging made it wider right here, made it wide. What this does makes the track sound like it's wider in both ears. So and like I think that was it. It's really that simple. And then this little post knob is like volume. And like that's it. Honestly, it's not really that complex. It's like it's like a workflow. Once you start making music a lot, it's like second nature. I don't think I need to go over any more house tracks because it's pretty much all the same. But anyways, man, I told all of my followers I stopped using like Isotope and all those things. I started using Maximus and I started using or stock plugins because honestly, if you learn how to use stock plugins and you learn how to use the fundamentals, you don't have to keep going on YouTube searching how to do things because you already learned how to use the whole plugin as a whole. So once you learn how to use like the entire software, the entire plugins, there's no video you really need to research on how to do. So like instead of learning how to like let's say how to do this, how to do that, how to do that, learn how to master every single plugin, every single VST, and then try making music. Like And then you would notice you can like that's how creativity has come because all genres art is like a certain genre. They broke rules. They broke the guidelines. So they used the fundamentals, then they broke the fundamentals, and then it becomes a subgenre. That's all like music is. Like hip hop. Hip hop was like funk music. And like hip hop was originated like in 1974 from a guy like just spinning back like a funk record. And then they would grab like the drum samples. They would use the fundamentals, and then they would turn the drums up. And then that's how hip hop was like made. So learn the fundamentals of how to do things, and then you break the rules, and that's how you become like your signature style. That's how you define your own music style, your own craft. And that's kind of like the best advice I can give. And I hope this video helps.